Fudou Aikawa, also known as Red Gelato and team leader of Freezing Sentai Gelato 5, enjoys a date with his girlfriend, the Reaper Princess, Desumi Magahara. Moments before their hands touch, Blue Gelato comes to check on Fudou if he is okay, and Fudou and Desumi quickly engage in a combat. Seeing their fierce battle, Blue decides he won't be able to help Red and leaves him to help his other teammates. Fudou then points out that they are holding hands and they get excited they managed to do it. A week earlier, the Gelato 5 face Culver and Bear, a Gecko monster, accompanied by Moonlight Soldiers and Reaper Princess. Reaper Princess and Red are evenly matched, but Culver and Bear is defeated and calls for retreat. Reaper Princess is forced to retreat, but states that it's the first time someone managed to keep up with her and it feels it may be destiny. The professor wonders if Fudou doesn't have anything better to do, and Fudou reveals there is something on his mind and that he has fallen in love. The professor is shocked, but wonders if he told her how he feels, stating a hero can fall in love too and orders him to tell her how he feels. On a date, Fudou states he loves her from the moment he saw her. Desumi assumes he is trying to mock her, as she doesn't have experience with love. She states that her teammates spread rumors that she likes eating raw bear meat, drink boar blood and fight strong guys at night. Both state they don't know anything about love or relationships. 6 months ago, Gelato 5 engaged for the first time the Reaper Princess Desumi Magahara, and Red starts fighting her. As they are observed by news crew, they give secret signals to each other, giving away what their next attack will be. Fudou notices that Desumi sits further away than usual and she explains that she had been quite active today and may smell of sweat. However, Fudou doesn't care and states he won't leave her no matter how she smells. Suddenly Yellow appears informing Red that they are done. Desumi quickly plays as defeated and Yellow is impressed. Yellow believes it would be good for Fudou to learn more about the female heart and announces they are taking applications for a date with Fudou. Fudou returns to Desumi, but feels she is angry. Desumi then wonders if he will take her to a real date, as it's something she always wanted to do with her sweetheart one day. Fudou then states he will take her and they agree to meet tomorrow at 5 o'clock in Central Park. A bit drunk, Yellow joins him wondering what he is doing and ends up thinking he is preparing for the date she announced. She tells him there are no rules and all that matters is he to pick something that they both enjoy. Fudou immediately makes his date plan. The next day, he goes to Central Park disguised a bit. As Desumi comes, he is excited to see her in casual clothes and reveals he has a date plan. Yellow calls Fudou, telling him to forget about her advice of no rules as she was drunk. Fudou asks her to tell him the rules and Yellow starts explaining that he shouldn't go in his tank top and should make himself presentable. He is unable to find Desumi, but Desumi finds him, stating she went to buy some drinks since the protein bars make your mouth dry. The Gelato 5 and Gecko end up engaging in a fight, but both Red and Reaper Princess stand in a bliss and do nothing. Helko lives in Desumi's room and heard that many tremble just from hearing her name, but she finds that hard to believe as when Desumi is home, she looks like a normal girl. One night, Desumi came back in a daze and has been smiling and laughing much more. Helko acts like she doesn't know what exactly happened, but in reality knows about Fudou and swears that if he makes Desumi sad, he will pay for it. Gecko have been inactive for the last few days, but Fudou struggles as he can't see Desumi. Gelato 5 are tasked with infiltrating the Gecko base and destroying a new weapon. With pink and blue traveling and green on paid leave, it needs to be either red or yellow. Fudou volunteers, causing the professor to be moved to tears. The Reaper Princess is in bad mood and feels more murderous than usual. However, she is just in agony as she haven't seen Fudou in 2 weeks. Culver and Bear tells Desumi that he finally got his new weapon, the Neo-Culverin cannons. Desumi then walks around and Fudou pops out of the ceiling. She is surprised, but since it's dangerous, she brings him to her dressing room. There Fudou explains he wanted to see her and asks her to play an on-card game. Suddenly, her screen turns, quickly hides with Fudou in her locker. Fudou feels there is something on his face and as he removes it, he realizes it's Desumi's bra. Desumi gets embarrassed and smacks Fudou, sending him flying out of the locker and knocking out Culverin, who as he falls on the ground, causes his new weapon to explode, destroying it in the process and damaging the Gecko headquarters. That night, Desumi calls Fudou, but since it's a home line, his mother picks up, shocking Desumi. Fudou takes the phone and Desumi tells him to just buy a smartphone. The next day, Gecko executives are called for their morning meeting. Supreme Leader Bossler takes suggestions of the next target. Beast Princess doesn't care who the target is and just wants to fight. Reaper Princess suggests an amusement park or an aquarium but are rejected, causing Bossler to wonder why she is suggesting date destinations. Culverin jumps in filled, stating that an amusement park is filled with helpless, unsuspecting humans. Brion agrees that the amusement park is a good place, which makes Reaper Princess happy. Yellow learns that Fudou has a smartphone, which shocks her, but as she overhears what he asks Suri, she figures something is going on with Fudou. Fudou decides to reply to Desumi and uses Suri to tell him the weather for Sunday. On Seri, Yellow disguises herself and goes to the park. Pink comes with her, although she doesn't believe Fudou is hiding anything. They hear a group of children noticing Red and Fudou explains he is just patrolling. Pulver and Bear sees red, yellow, and pink and wonders why heroes are there. Both groups start fighting. Leaving them, Fudou and Desumi go on a date and enjoy various entertainments at the park. Fudou gets motion sickness that he didn't know he had, which makes Desumi happy as they are able to find some hidden sides of themselves. Seeing that the heroes had defeated Gecko, Desumi and Fudou decide it's time to return to them. As they leave the park, Pink sees a picture of them on a wall and notices that she has never seen them before. Yellow uses the opportunity to go shopping and makes her friends carry her bags.